The Biden administration says it remains actively engaged in negotiations for the release of hostages being held in Gaza. Ed O'Keefe is following all these efforts from the White House. Good morning, Ed.
Adriana, good to see you. Good morning. The White House, for the first time, is revealing that among the roughly 240 hostages still unaccounted for is a 3-year-old American citizen whose parents were killed by Hamas. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan says the U.S. remains actively involved in the hostage negotiations, and he's set to meet with the families of some hostages this week. 2 U.S. officials tell CBS News one of the main sticking points to the active negotiations is that Hamas has not, to date, presented a list of hostages it holds would be able to free as part of a deal. This is set to be a big week of foreign policy for the president. In addition to monitoring events in the Middle East, on Wednesday, he's scheduled to meet face-to-face with Chinese President Xi Jinping in San Francisco. It'll be their first meeting of any kind in about a year, and is set to focus especially on restoring communications between the U.S. and Chinese militaries. Adriana.
And Ed, switching gears here, there was big news last night. Tim Scott announced that he's dropping out of the race. What have you heard about what may have led to this decision?
Yeah, Adriana, this is big news. The announcement stunned even his own staff. But Senator Scott has been trailing in polls, unable to break out of the single digits in early state polling. He began his race in May with a more positive, hopeful message and about $22 million left over from his Senate campaigns. But he didn't break through in the first 3 debates. And while former President Donald Trump still leads by double digits, he's trailed more closely by 2 others, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. This is quickly becoming a smaller race, something GOP leaders opposed to Trump say will be necessary if anyone has a chance of somehow catching the former president. Adriana?
They'll have to be fast. Ed, thank you so much.